Today we're going to talk about the individual characteristics that each person has when it comes to serving Hashem, and how making space for other people is integral to our society. In the Ethics of Our Fathers, known as Pirkei, in the beginning of chapter 3, there's a Mishnah that states, Rabbi Hanina, who was a deputy to the Kohanim, he said that having mispala b'shlema shel malchus, he should pray for the welfare of the government, shel mali meira, for if not for the fear of the government, ish asriyeu chayim b'loi, a person would swallow up his friend. Now we know that Pirkei Avos is referred to as Mile de Chasidusa, which means a place where a person turns to for guidance on how to being a pious individual beyond the letter of the law. So where does it come that in a place where we're learning about going beyond the letter of the law, we should warn about not swallowing up another friend? Furthermore, there's another Mishnah that's connected with this one, Rabbi Hanina ben Teradian. He says that when you have two people who are sitting together and they're not studying Torah, it's considered as if they are in a sitting of scoffers and there's no divine presence resting amongst them. So what's the connection between these two ideas? Rabbi Hanina is teaching us a powerful lesson. He's telling us that we're referring to someone who's coming to learn Pirkei Avos. He already fulfilled everything, or is fulfilling everything that it says from the regular letter of the law, and he wants to come to a higher level. So he's telling us that we have to daven for the Shlema Shel Malchus. He's referring to the heavenly kingship. A person has to daven to Hashem that there should be this level of fear of God, that we should be able to recognize that someone else's space does not invalidate you in any way or take away from you. And as a result of us davening that we should have this Yirah Shamayim, we know that Malchus Adara came Malchus Adirkiya. It results in having peace in the government, that there should be civil obedience and there should be proper laws and statutes that people abide by, and having a proper civilization. So Rabbi Hanina is focusing on the higher element over here of a person tapping into the Yirah Shamayim. And this is what he means by saying that if not for this, people would swallow up each other. Swallowing up over here means that a person can say that because I'm so holy and because I know the proper approach, I have to make sure that I encompass and completely swallow up the other individual that I'm trying to affect without giving him room on his own to make his own decisions and to serve Hashem with his own judgment and his own unique capabilities. So therefore, a prerequisite to warning that a person should make space for another person and not swallow him up is remembering this concept of Yirah Shamayim. And this is connected with the idea that's further stated in the Mishnah about two people sitting between themselves and not discussing Torah. We're talking about people who already learned Torah. Now, Torah is the blueprint of the world. Torah is the blueprint of everything. Torah is the essence of an individual. And the fact that a person learns Torah is great. But if you want to see their true greatness, it's the fact that they're able to relate to another individual. And that's the emphasis, that they don't discuss Torah between themselves. Ein divrei Torah b'neim. So when do you have the divine presence? You have the divine presence, like the pasuk says at the end, when you have these two individuals discussing Torah amongst themselves, making space for each other, for their own unique ways of learning Torah and asking questions and developing their own skills. That's where you have the bracha of Hashem. And that's why the pasuk says, "Az nidbru yirei Hashem." Then, when the people who fear Hashem, they speak, which is referring to davening, the mispala b'shlema shel malchus, davening for the welfare of the government. Then it says that Hashem watches, Hashem listens, and Hashem writes them down for good merit.